Elite Facts presents
14 horrifying mythological monsters.
14.
Koshi the Deathless. Koshi the Deathless is without a doubt a classic mythological villain. He's known for stealing the wives of heroes and attempting to make them his own wives. However, due to his appearance and actions, he's unable to do so. Oh, there's also the fact that he cannot die, so if you get into any sort of a fight with him, odds are you're probably going to die yourself. Although he is pretty much immortal, there is one way to ultimately get rid of him. You must destroy his soul. Unfortunately for you, he's hidden his soul away in the form of a needle, and that needle is inside of an egg, which is inside of a duck, which in turn is inside of a hare. The hare itself is hidden inside of an iron box, which is buried under an oak tree, which is on the mythical island of Bunyip, home of the three winds. So good luck finding that.
13.
Mapinguri. According to native folklore, this creature has a series of unnatural characteristics related to other fantastic beings of Brazilian mythology. These traits include the creature only having one eye, long claws, caiman skin, backward feet, and a second mouth on its belly. In most recent eyewitness accounts, it has consistently been described as resembling either an ape or a giant ground-dwelling sloth, and having long arms, powerful claws that could tear apart palm trees, a sloping back, and it reaches heights of 7 feet when standing on its hind legs, and it's covered in thick, matted fur.
12.
The Noxzera. The Noxzera is an ancient myth originating from Germany, and it's some kind of a hybrid between a ghoul and a vampire. The Noxzera is a soul-sucking monster that's native to the northern regions of Germany that's said to rise from the grave to devour its own kin. The Noxzera can also kill you by ringing church bells that bring death to all who hear them, and by making you come in contact with its shadow. So if you live in the northern regions of Germany, we would suggest to be prepared for the worst. Maybe invest in some earplugs.
11.
Springheeled Jack. Springheeled Jack was described by people who claim to have seen him as having a terrifying and frightful appearance, with diabolical physiognomy, clawed hands, and eyes that resembled red balls of fire. One report claimed that, beneath a black cloak, he wore a helmet and a tight-fitting white garment like an oilskin. Many stories also mention a devil-like aspect. Others said he was tall and thin with the appearance of a gentleman. Several reports mention that he could breathe out blue and white flames and that he wore sharp metallic claws at his fingertips. At least 2 people claim that he was able to speak comprehensible English, which, as we all know, is the best kind of English.
10.
Wendigo. This horrifying demonic hybrid half-beast creature is cannibalistic and has been haunting the Algonquin people along the Atlantic coast for a very long time. Legend has it that humans have the ability to turn into the Wendigo if they ever resort to cannibalism or become possessed by its demonic spirit. Wendigos are typically portrayed as giants, about 3 times larger than humans, that are starving and ravenously hungry and are always on the hunt for new victims.
9.
Strigoi. The Strigoi is possibly one of the greatest vampire stories to come out of Romania. The Strigoi is a troubled soul from beyond the grave who wants nothing more but to devour your blood and roam the earth once more. He has the ability to become invisible and transform into the shape of any animal he desires. A creature of demonic lineage, the Strigoi is so feared in the country that there are still cases of graves being dug up to eliminate the vampiric menace.
8.
Dobharchu. A creature of Irish folklore, the Dobharchu is said to be a cross between a dog and an otter. Irish artist Sean Corcoran and his wife claim to have seen the large dark cryptid on Omi Island in Connemara, County Galway, which they say had orange flipper-like feet, could swim very fast, and made haunting screeching sounds. According to legend, a man heard his wife screaming as she was outside washing clothes, but when he ran to her aid, she was already dead, the Dobharchu on top of her mutilated body. The husband stabbed the creature in the heart, and as it died, it made a whistling noise.
7.
Yetis. This myth exists as recently as 2014, when Oxford scientists searched the Himalayas and discovered fur that's believed to have come from a Yeti. After conducting DNA tests, it was confirmed that the fur was genuine and that Yetis are real. However, DNA results show that these creatures are more related to a form of polar bear that existed more than 40,000 years ago. Popular belief was that the Yeti was closely related to the form of the legendary Sasquatch, with it taking on a more overgrown human form.
6.
Monkey Man of Delhi. In May of 2001, reports began to circulate in the Indian capital of New Delhi of a strange monkey-like creature that was appearing at night and attacking people. Eyewitness accounts were often inconsistent, but tended to describe the creature as about 4 feet or 120 centimeters tall, covered in thick black hair, with a metal helmet, metal claws, glowing red eyes, and 3 buttons on its chest. Others, however, described the monkey man as having a more vulpine snout and being up to 8 feet tall and muscular. It would leap from building to building like a parkour enthusiast. Still others have described it as a bandaged figure or a helmeted thing. Theories on the nature of the monkey man ranged from an avatar of the Hindu god Hanuman to an Indian version of Bigfoot.
5,
Black Annis. The Black Annis is a malevolent being with blue skin who roams the countryside of England. Her main targets are children and livestock. If she caught a child, she would tan its skin and wear it around her waist. Fashionable.
4,
Were-tiger. It's pretty safe to say that we've all heard of werewolves. However, we're pretty sure there is a good portion of you out there who've never heard of the were-tiger. Unlike werewolves, where a bite can transform you, in order to become a were-tiger, one must suffer from a unique curse passed down from generation to generation. Another myth says that to become a were-tiger from beyond the grave, you have to have been killed by a tiger. As cool as it sounds, just try to make sure you don't make any ancient Chinese spirits angry.
3,
Chupacabra. A popular myth, the Chupacabra was first sighted in Puerto Rico and is known to inhabit all parts of the Americas, as far north as Maine and as far south as Chile. Eyewitnesses claim that it has a row of spines reaching from the base of its neck to the back of its tail, and has a habit of sucking the blood of goats and other various livestock.
2,
The Jersey Devil. The Jersey Devil is a legendary creature or cryptid said to inhabit the pine barrens of southern New Jersey in the United States. The creature is often described as a flying biped with hooves, but there are many different variations. The common description is that of a kangaroo-like creature that has the head of a goat, leathery bat-like wings, horns, small arms with clawed hands, cloven hooves, and a forked tail. It's been reported to move quickly and is often described as emitting a blood-curdling scream. Well, you might scream too if you were stuck in New Jersey.
1,
Bunyip. The Bunyip is a huge mythological creature said to lurk the swamps, creeks, and waterholes of Australia. A creature of Aboriginal legend, its name translates roughly to devil or evil spirit. Descriptions of the monster are widely varied, but it's commonly described as having a dog-like face, a horse tail, flippers, a crocodile head, and walrus-like tusks. Large numbers of Bunyip sightings were reported during the 1840s and 1850s by European settlers in the southeastern colonies of Victoria, New South Wales, and South Australia.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more elite facts.